Alexander Pushkin, From African Lineage to Literary Immortality. Alexander Sergeyevich Pushkin was one of the greatest writers in Russian history and is often called the father of modern Russian literature. Born in Moscow in 1799, Pushkin came from a noble Russian family, but his bloodline carried a powerful African legacy through his great-grandfather, Abram Petrovich Hannibal. Abram Hannibal was an African-born man taken from his homeland as a child and brought into the world of Peter the Great. Through education, military skill, and engineering genius, Hannibal rose in Imperial Russia to become a nobleman, general, and respected military engineer. That legacy passed through his son Osip Gannibal, then through his granddaughter Nadezhda Osipovna Gannibal, who became Alexander Pushkin's mother. Pushkin understood that his family history was not ordinary. He was proud of his African ancestry and carried that heritage into his imagination. In his unfinished work, The Moor of Peter the Great, Pushkin drew directly from the life of Abram Hannibal, turning family memory into literature. But Pushkin's greatness was not only in his ancestry, it was in his pen. He transformed the Russian language, bringing poetry, drama, history, romance, satire, and national identity into a new literary form. His works, including Eugene Onegin, Boris Godunov, Ruslan and Ludmila, and The Bronze Horseman, helped shape how Russia saw itself and how the world would read Russian literature. Pushkin lived with brilliance, passion, and conflict. He challenged authority, wrote with courage, and became a voice of artistic freedom. His life ended young after a fatal duel in 1837, but his influence never died. His story matters because it connects Africa, Russia, the empire, memory, and literature. Through Pushkin, the African bloodline of Abram Hannibal entered the foundation of Russian literary culture. The descendant of an African-born engineer became the writer whose words helped define a nation. Alexander Pushkin, great-grandson of Abram Petrovich Hannibal, transformed family memory, African lineage, and Russian identity into literature. Through poetry, drama, and fiction, he became the father of modern Russian literature and one of the world's enduring literary voices. In closing line, Alexander Sergeyevich Pushkin, poet, novelist, dramatist, great-grandson of Abram Petrovich Hannibal. From African lineage to Russian literature, Pushkin turned heritage into immortality.